Hi guys, Jarrod here, and you might notice a red tint or something to the video. That's just I've got the blinds closed and it is a little bit red because the curtains I have are actually orange, so it's giving this little reflection tint, what have you. Anyways, a lot of you guys have requested to see my game collection or my game room or what have you. And the truth is I don't have a game room because I'm living in a 3.5 apartment, saving up for a house. So yeah, don't really have space for a game room per se. Now, I've got a lot of boxes and things like that with games in them, but it's not the same. I don't really want to show you guys stuff like that. But since I'm starting a new game collection, newer game collection for a particular system, I thought it'd be neat to show you guys where I am right now. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about my Geo Mvs Collection. So I thought I'd just give you guys just a quick little rundown of what I currently own. And since MVS cartridges themselves are kind of boring, and I don't own any kits because I don't actually have an arcade cabinet. Instead, what I'm using is my analog interactive consoleized MVS. So I've already done an unboxing of this, an overview, whatever. This is the Black Label, says it somewhere, there you go, the analog interactive, the Black Label collection. So it came with this consoleized MVS, and I also got two fantastic looking joysticks. What's great about these is that the output is actually the standard Neo Geo output, so that means I can pretty much use this on a Neo Geo CD, a Neo Geo AES, anything. If I get a super gun made that has the ports for Neo Geo, voila, I'm ready to go. So very, very cool. Love, really like this. The workmanship in this is just second to none. But you're here for games, right? So like I said, I don't own kits. Now, for those that don't know, for the uninitiated, basically when an arcade owner or, when an arcade owner or runner or whatever, manager would order arcade games from the MVS, and typically a lot of other ones, they would come in like a cardboard box about yay big, something like that. And they would have like the mini marquee that you would slide inside the Neo Geo cabinet. Plus it would also contain usually dip switch information, tell you what the dip switches in the arcade cabinet would actually do to the game. And sometimes some art, promotional stuff, what have you, okay? But since I don't own the cabinet, I figured, well, what the hell's the point, really, right, of purchasing something like that? Doesn't make any sense. So I had the carts just, one on top of the other. But I don't really like that because a Neo Geo cart, it's got like grooves in it for the air to vent out, the heat to vent out. And, dust can get in there. So I was looking for a solution, and SNK Neo Geo Man, he told me about Southtown Homebrew, and he told me that they make shock boxes. Now, shock boxes are basically just a box that your MVS cartridge will sit in, and it protects it. Think of it like basically like the AES cartridge boxes, but they're slightly different here. So I went and I actually own a shock box with these beautiful custom artworks. So they look like console games, basically what I'm getting at, okay? And so I purchased one for every single one of the MVS games I currently own. Now I don't have a massive collection here. I don't have the rarest stuff in the world, but that was the point of this video. I thought it would be kind of neat. Maybe I'll do one of these every year to show you how far I've come along or what I'm collected or just, whatever. So let us begin. We will start, if I can find the game, we'll start. And again, I'm sorry for the quality of the video here because it's red and it's dark and what have you. But I've got Magician Lord. These things are massive. I don't really have anything around me to show you. Normally I'd grab my DualShock. Well, I do have sorry for my armpit. This is the Wii U Gamepad, right? So to give you an idea, here, it's pretty much almost the exact same size as the Wii U Gamepad. Okay, to give you just a rough little idea of how massive these things are. So what's cool with this is these inserts, okay, you see, like, isn't that cool? Like, I purposely purchased these. These, the ones that I got for these games, mimic the ones that would have been on the home version, so the AES version. That's what I've done here. So anyways, you see, step into the sorcerer's, what is it, world? Yes. That's pretty cool, no? Now, if you're a stickler or whatever, I'll open this up. Wow, very exciting, isn't it? What's cool is you got this little groove here, so you can just plop it out. And there we have Magician Lord. This is just an old, one of the launch titles, believe it or not. And I got my cat right beside me, who is playing with my CMVS. So I'm going to go yell at the cat. All right, I yelled at the cat and I opened the blinds, so you'll see a little bit better now. This is Magician Lord, all right? I don't know how it came out in the other video. These are very, very big, though. These are gargantuanly big. And if you want just a quick rundown for those that didn't watch, this is what the consoleized MVS looks like. It's a real thing of beauty here. And I'll quickly show you, this is the analog stick. I love doing that. I love micro switches and weird. Anyways, there you go. I got two of these plus the CMVS. So I showed you Magician Lord. Now we're going to move on. Savage Rain. And I'm not going to open these up, okay, guys? I hope you don't mind. I know in essence, I'm showing you the shock box, but I don't really have anything else. I purposely bought these games for just the cartridges because I don't have an arcade cabinet. If I get one later on, yeah, I'll go. They sell reproduction mini marquees, so I can always like pick them up at a later date. So I'm just going to do this as if I was showing you a console game, okay? So hopefully you don't mind that. So that was Savage Rain. Got them all lined up here. Kizuna Encounter. Really cool, no? And these are totally customizable. So you can, they've got ones where on the spine, there's all this beautiful art. So when you line them up, you know, it forms, say, like a picture. Let's say it was of a particular series like The King of Fighters. So it would actually be like this big, like, collage of well, whatever, some sort of art. So anyways, there's Kizuna Encounter. Next up, Prehistoric Isle 2. Not 1. And like I say, I mean, if you really want to see more, I guess I can show you 1. So again, there's that flap. So you just pull it out, and here's my Prehistoric Isle 2. But again, I don't really want to, I hope you don't mind, guys, but I just don't really want to do this because it's going to, the video is going to be 16 hours long. And like I say, I'm showing you basically a label, and that's not very exciting if I do say so myself. All right, Strikers 1945 plus. And these are all original. These are all authentic. These aren't bootleg copies or anything like that. All right. The Last Blade. Now, these are games that, well, the ones that I put there, I believe I've already done reviews of. I think so. But these ones, the rest that you're going to see, I haven't done reviews. Now remember, I don't have many games here. These aren't exactly the cheapest things in the world. Just these shock boxes aren't cheap. They go for about, I think they're $8 each, and then $3 for the insert, and then $1.50 for them to cut it and put it in here. So this is not a cheap hobby, let me tell you. It's not a cheap hobby at all. So that was The Last Blade. Then we've got The Last Blade 2. This is actually one of the best. Well, The Last Blade is one of the best fighting games on the Neo Geo, in my opinion. Okay, guys, we're coming to the end. Like I said, I don't have very much right now, but that was the whole point. We've got Metal Slug. This, if this was the AES version, woo! This would be like $2 grand right here. So, Metal Slug, Metal Slug, Metal Slug 2, The Revenge. Nothing, you know, but like, I really like this. What this company does, this Southtown Homebrew, they're really awesome. Because this is amazing. Metal Slug X. Doesn't this look like a console release? Like, I mean, really? I think that's awesome. Metal Slug 3, Heavy as Sin. This one is, I think this is my favorite in the series. I really love this one. I don't know why the cart is so heavy. I actually had to open this one up to make sure it was legit because I was like, good lord, it's heavy. But it's 708 megs. I love this game. I absolutely love this game. And I don't know how the quality will come out there, but it's really impressive. So that was Metal Slug 3. Metal Slug 4. This is my least favorite in the series. It wasn't actually developed by the guys that make Metal Slug, but anyways. Metal Slug 5, another heavy one because 708 megs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes my video, pretty much, of my collection of Neo Geo MVS stuff right now. This is like the beginner's collection right now. I know a lot of you guys are probably like, that sucks, what is that? But whatever, it is what it is. I've got a lot of other titles that I plan to pick up in the coming days and weeks and months and years and what have you. I think it's not bad though. I think it's a good start. It's a good start to a collection. I do have AES stuff, but that's not even in this apartment. That's at my parents' place in storage. But for right now, I'm focusing mainly on MVS stuff, but there's no difference really between the two in terms of the actual games. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. You can tell I'm a huge Metal Slug fan. I had to. I had to. I had to have, if I was going to start collecting for the MVS, I was like, well, son of a bee, I have to have, like, well, this game right here. This was a must. I was like, I love this game. And I also love the series, and a lot of my friends love the series. And what's interesting is, even though the Neo Geo is known for all its fighting games and things like that, I find it funny that the very first games that I managed to get a hold of, there's only 4 fighting games. And in the 13 that I showed you, 9 are something else. And I am a huge Metal Slug fan. That's just, I love it. I think it's a phenomenal run and gun series. I love it. I'm not good at it. I'm not like the guru of Metal Slug, but I invite my friends over and we have a total blast. It's just a complete and utter total blast. So I wanted to show you guys something else that I also picked up. This is going to be in another unboxing video and what have you, in probably a couple days, weeks, whatever, whenever it comes in. But I'm such a big fan of Metal Slug that isn't the end of the Metal Slug series. It's the end of the Metal Slug series on the MVS. But I thought I'd give you a little teaser on another unboxing that I'll be doing, like I said, later on. And so there was one other Metal Slug game that SNK Playmore, well, yeah, it was SNK Playmore at the time, made for the arcades. There was just one last Metal Slug game, and that is, that's right, Metal Slug 6 for, I don't know if you can see it, but does it actually say? No, it doesn't even say anywhere. This is for the Atomus Wave. This is an arcade. This is a real, just like those are real arcade games. This is a real arcade game. There's the connection that goes inside the arcade system, much like the MVS games. And this is an authentic version of Metal Slug 6. Now, why is that important? Well, much like the MVS cartridges, these are bootlegged like wild. So there's certain things you always have to look for. Like if you look in the corner there, you'll notice it's not sharp, it's curved. That's one of the things. You also have to look at these serial numbers. A lot of the serial numbers, the pirated ones have the same serial number, and then there's usually like a hologram or whatever, but it depends on where you got the game from and when it was produced and stuff like that. This particular one, this is it. So I'm going to be doing a separate unboxing of this in my starter collection for the Atomic Wave. But for right now, I just wanted to show you guys that I'm such a big fan of Metal Slug that I had to have Metal Slug 6 because it was the last. This was the last game in the series that SNK released for the arcades. Metal Slug 7 would be released for the Nintendo DS, and then they released Metal Slug XX, which was for, I believe it was Xbox Live and, was it PlayStation Portable? It may have been. Anyways, but the point is, I'm focusing on arcade stuff right now, and this was the last release that they did. And so, well, for the Metal Slug series. So anyways, that was it, guys. We'll talk about the Atomic Wave at a later date. We'll talk about my arcade stuff at a later date as well. So that's it. That's my beginner collection to the MVS. If you have any suggestions of what I should pick up next, by all means, let me know. And let me know what you think of this cute little collection. And thanks a lot for watching, guys. And I'll see you in the next video at some point, which will probably be tomorrow. Anyways, take care. Thanks for watching, everyone.